All right, so I just got back from a 7-day cruise on Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady on their Greek island glow tour. It was absolutely amazing. But if you're like me, it was my first time really cruising as an adult. And so there were a lot of things that I think I should have known before I jumped onto that ship. So here are my top tips for first time cruisers. And before I get too far ahead of myself, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Channing. I am a journalist, a news anchor, and a traveler. So make sure that you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. I have tons of travel tips. I go places all the time, and I have made a lot of mistakes along the way. All right, so now that we're old friends, let me just get down to the nitty gritty. So the cruise was absolutely amazing from top to bottom. The service was top tier. The food was amazing. But one of the things that I really wish that I knew about before I got on the ship was about the Splash of Romance package. So if you're cruising on Virgin Voyages, they offer a package that's called the Splash of Romance, and it's like $250. But with that package, one, you get to board the ship earlier. So you get an earlier port call time, which is amazing because that means that since you're one of the first people on the ship, that you get to book your reservations for restaurants. Well, you can do that in the app, but you can book your reservations for the spa, any shows that you want to go to, all of those things that you could only do once you're connected to the ship's Wi-Fi. I heavily recommend if you want to go to the spa, book those spa reservations as soon as you get on the ship. Another really cool thing about the Splash of Romance package is that they give you little nightly treats. So they'll just deliver them to your room. Sometimes they're chocolates, sometimes they're little cookies. It's just a really nice kind of thing that you could have at the end of your day. One of my best friends and I ended up sharing a room together, and we still did the package, and it was great. No romance involved, just two friends who really liked late night chocolate. The best thing, though, about the Splash of Romance package is the Shake for Champagne feature. So, at any time when you are on the cruise ship, you get one free Shake for Champagne, and they will come and deliver a bottle of champagne to you right wherever you are. It's a really nice, fun way to end the ship. We did ours like on the last day of the ship, and it was just like a nice champagne toast celebration kind of thing. And speaking of, if you are booking with someone else, say that you're not going in a couple, you're going with a friend, a family member, whoever that you are sharing an actual cabin with, just know whoever actually booked the room, whoever the reservation is under, that's where all your sailor loot will go under. So if you're on the Virgin Voyages app and you're wondering why you don't see your sailor loot, look for whoever booked your actual cabin. All of your sailor loot will be combined under them on the app, which can be a bit tricky depending upon who you're traveling with. My friend and I, we had no problem whatsoever. We were just kind of splitting tabs along the way, but just keep that in mind and don't think that you've lost your mind because you haven't. Another thing to keep in mind when you are packing and getting ready for your trip, do not listen to all of these influencers out there who are telling you all of this extra stuff that you need for your cabin. You don't need any extra hangers, trust me. You don't need those extra magnets, although they do look cute. If you want to decorate your room, go right ahead. It's super cool. A lot of people did, but don't feel like you have to. Also, don't bring a steamer or an iron or anything like that. They're actually not allowed on the ship, and they'll provide them for you if you absolutely need them. I learned that on this ship, pretty much anything that you ask for, they're able to deliver. Although I will say, do bring plenty of swimwear and, of course, sunscreen as well. Now, they do, of course, have several shops on the ship, so you can go down and get any toiletries, or if you're like me on your cruise experience, the airline lost your luggage and you have to buy a whole new wardrobe for 7 days. I'll tell that story in a later video. But anyways, there are plenty of options for things that you can buy there on the ship, but some things do kind of run out. So go ahead and stock up on that sunscreen for sure. Now, of course, everything on the ship operates on a cashless system. You have to link a credit or debit card ahead of time in the Virgin Voyages app so that you can pay for things along the way. Just give yourself a heads up though, whatever card that you place on file with them, they will put a $250 hold on that card. Once you exceed that limit, then they will start charging you on top of that. So don't freak out if you see it a day or so after you've already departed for your cruise. And since we're talking about preparing for your cruise and booking, make sure that you double check all of the terms and conditions of your cruise, whether if there are any refund policies in place or if you have any travel insurance. Always get the travel insurance. If anything happens, whether it's on your flights, and we know how crazy the airline industry can be sometimes, or even if it's on your transportation or anything that happens, try and get the travel insurance and just make sure that you know exactly what the refund policy and all the terms and conditions are with your booking. So, like I said, Virgin Voyages was absolutely amazing. I sailed on the Resilient Lady. I loved every single second of it. The only thing I wish is that the cruise was a little bit longer. If you have any questions for me about my experience, drop them there in the comment section and let me know how your experience has been if you are either heading out on a Virgin Voyages cruise or if you've been on one yourself. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this content. Again, give me a like and hit that subscribe button for more travel tips.